Det är alltså en intervju med Kim Madsen, vår Sapphire Manager, och Chairman of the Board, Rex Maughan. Och det är den 25 april. Och den som filmar är Soaring Manager Jens Leidevall. Ska strax börja.
Okay. Hello Scandinavians. We have here a very nice interview with our Chairman of the Board and CEO Rex Maughan. And
Good morning, Rex.
good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm doing very good, thank you. Excellent.
We will send you the best regards from the Scandinavian Vikings.
That's great. And I just want to say greetings to all of you. We're here in Mexico, Cuernavaca, one of the most beautiful places in all of Mexico. We're having a great time on the World Rally. The rally in Cancun was superb with thousands and thousands of excited distributors. And we wish all of you were here, but you can be here next year and with us in South Africa. So work hard and remember, number one is important, and we'd like to see all of you to be there. So congratulations, look forward to seeing you in Sweden soon.
Rex, we found out yesterday that some of the power you got, you must be because you have some relatives back in Scandinavia. You have some Viking blood in you.
Well, Kim, that's a very good question, because I'm very proud of my heritage, and my grandfather on my mother's side is a Corneliusen from Copenhagen, Denmark, and so I'm very proud of that, and I'm one of you guys.
We are very proud too, Rex, that's for sure. Could you please tell us how do you find the idea about Forever Living, network marketing, aloe vera? Rumors tell us that you actually made the marketing plan before you find the aloe. Is that true?
That's correct, Kim. I've been very lucky all my life because I've worked very hard, and I was a vice president of the only public company, New York Stock Exchange company in Arizona, the Dell Web Corporation, and I worked very hard. I was the youngest vice president. I'd been there the least amount of tenure, and I was working very hard because I wanted to be the president one day. But I always had the desire from being a young man. I wanted to help people, and so I even considered going to medical school while I was in college. But gosh, when I saw how many years those guys had to go and that I needed to get out and work and to make money and do all the things that I wanted to. So when I was looking, I used to be invited to go and be a guest speaker at some of the network marketing companies that my friends were in, because being a vice president of the only New York Stock Exchange company, they liked me to tell how long it took to move up the ladder, how little the amounts of money was you got as an increase each year, and they wanted to compare that with look what we can do in network marketing. And so as I went to these meetings, I would watch the marketing plan, and I'd listen to the testimonials, and I would hear people say how much money they were making. And I thought, wow, only been there 3 years and making twice as much as I am? Might be something I better look into. So I started watching, I started reading and investigating the marketing plans of all of the network marketing companies at that time. You got to remember that's approximately 25 years ago. And I said to myself, you know, those marketing plans are great for the people who started, the very first few people, but their people get discouraged. New people come along and they can't make the money like the first people that came in. So the marketing plan should be more balanced and better for everybody at every level. And so I started making the marketing plan, and I worked on that. And I studied every other marketing plan in network marketing at the time, and until I came up with what I thought was the best. And you know, even today, 25 years later, I can tell you that ours is still the very best. And it compensates people for what they do at any level, and it gives the most opportunity because we actually give to the distributors a bigger percentage than any other company in the whole world. So I'm very proud of Forever Living, and I can say for all of you, give it a real try, because it's fun, and it's the best.
Thank you. When did the idea about aloe? It was from Bill Coates. You meet Bill Coates.
Well, let me tell you, it's about several months after starting to work on the marketing plan and getting it down to almost perfection. I knew I had to have a product to be able to be the vehicle to help people to build a business, because I didn't want to be in violation of any of the laws of any of the states in America or any foreign country that we would be wanting to sell in, and so we wanted to make it as foolproof to be the most legitimate business that we could find. And of course, I knew that the company that's going to be here the longest is going to be the company that has the very best quality products. And so I started looking at products and was fortunate to run into 3 doctors in Dallas, Texas, who had spent 20 years of their lives developing the stabilization process, where they can take aloe gel from inside the leaf and extract it and put it in a bottle, stabilize it first on a natural basis, and put it in a bottle. And today we still test some of that product that they've done now 45 years ago, and it's still almost identical to the raw leaf.
Okay. How long time were you in the States before you moved out of the States, become an international company? Was it from the beginning, or?
Well, let me just tell you one more thing. I'm going to tell you about that. Yeah, you know, I took some of the product that they told me about, because you asked me about how did I know about aloe vera. You know, I probably had read the word in the Bible before, and I knew that aloe vera existed, but I didn't even have an aloe vera baby plant or anything, you know, like almost everybody has today. But I took some of the product and I gave it to people who had problems with their bodies that weren't functioning properly. And I was amazed. Every one of them found something that helped them. If it didn't immediately help their soreness or their aches and their pains, it gave them more energy, and they were very excited about it. And I started drinking it, and I got excited about it. And so we started right in Phoenix, Arizona, and one Saturday evening with 27 people, and we just continued to grow state by state around the United States. And of course that was we started in May 13th of 1978. And it wasn't until 1983, well, in about 1981, we actually opened officially in Canada. We had people that were buying the products in Canada and taking it there. But in 1983, we actually had a grand opening in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and started the sales there and in Singapore. And then we went from there to Japan. We actually started for the approvals in 1980 in Japan, and it took about 3 years before we started. It was June of 1983 before we sold our first product. In Tokyo, had the grand opening, and it started very slow there and going along. But it's got very good in the last 15 years, has been very big. But then we went on to Australia, Sydney, Australia, and opened there. And then from there we just 2, 3, 4, 5 countries each year until today. We're now in 80 foreign countries, all of the states in the U.S., and continuing to grow 2 to 5 new countries each year.
So you have some new countries on your plan?
Of course.
When will you stop?
Stop? Oh, never stop, because my goal is to help everybody in the world have better health with our Forever Living product.
I remember in Anaheim you were landing from the moon, so we have also vision in this area. So.
Well, yes, I'm still working on interplanetary use of our products for those people and helping them build a forever business. The only problem is you know, like to go to Mars, I think it takes about, as I recall, it's about 235 million miles there, and it takes 10 months by rocket ship to make it. And so I just haven't quite got the time yet. There's too many people here on Earth, and that's my goal now, to visit every country in the world and take them our great products and our marketing opportunity for a better lifestyle.
I remember all the time we were traveling, you always late at the bus or whatever, because you're pitching, you're talking to others. Don't you ever stop recruiting?
No, no. My philosophy is always ask for an inside seat on an airplane, and get an inside seat row get on the end of the inside of a row, so that you always have at least one person on each side of you, and make sure they know about Aloe and Forever and our great wonderful products.
Okay, can I ask you, do you know yourself how many you recruited in the last 20? Because I believe in the beginning you were recruiting everyone who was reaching.
Well, I haven't changed, Kim. I still I think it's the best message in the world. I think Forever is the hope of the future for all of you in Denmark and Scandinavia, and
about Sweden,
all of Sweden and all of Finland and Norway and all the rest of the world. Forever is the hope for people with better health and for people to earn a better income. And so my goal is to help spread that news, and it's good news, and I'll continue to do it every day, every place I go.
You lead by example, and I can see you still have the highest pin in Forever Living. How many frontline managers do you have actually?
Well, you know, it only takes 75 first-generation managers to get this triple diamond that I have on here today, and we have one lady who's trying to make this now a triple diamond this year, and so I'm in the process of designing a quadruple diamond, for 4 diamonds. 4 diamonds we'll have for 100 first-generation managers, and the last time I counted, I had gone over the 200 first-generation manager mark. So I'm not worried about staying ahead of the pack.
You make me feel like a new assistant supervisor.
Well, no, but I believe in leading by example, and if I can't keep sponsoring new people and help them build a business, then you know, I shouldn't get a new pin level. But so we're growing, and we've had 3 new diamonds at our rally here this last week in Cancun, Mexico, and so it's very exciting with the growth in Forever.
Rex, we increased again. Tell us more about it. 2001.
Well, you know, our 2000 increase was 11% over 1999, and we were very excited about that because it's been a very tough year in most countries the last 2 years, but 2001 has been a superb year because we were able to have a 14.45% increase. We almost we went $1,489,000,000 US dollars in sales, very close to $1.5 billion. We're very excited about that, and already this year, the first quarter, we are exceeding what we did last year. So this is going to be our very best year ever, and we're very excited about it. And our goal is not to be the biggest, but our goal is to be the very best.
Okay. How can you be so humble and down to earth, and then, you know, everyone admires you a lot and have big respect for you, and everyone looks up to you, but still you're very grounded, you're very humble, and when we sit at the table eating everywhere where you invite us, you're always the last person who sits down. You're restless if you see not everyone is there. You're like a granddaddy having the family on tour, and we respect you a lot for that. How can you stay down to earth and be a person like yours?
Well, I've always said that money shouldn't change people, we should be judged by what we can give to others and help them with. And so my goal is, as I tell everybody, I'm just the janitor that sweeps up after everybody else has been able to get what they want in life. And so and that's what makes me very happy, is to see other people excel. And I love to see people who couldn't even lead in silent prayer after becoming a distributor of Forever Living products and helping others build a business, that in just a few months they're up on stage teaching people how to be financially free, and that's very exciting to me.
Okay. How do you see the Scandinavian market? What's our potential opportunity?
Wow.
We think that we could be the biggest market in the world.
Wow, listen, I've been surprised but very happy with what's happened in Scandinavia, and you've been growing very fast, and finally got into profit sharing, which is going to explode the market in all of Scandinavia. And so I see you guys doubling this year, and I think that you could possibly be number 2 in next year behind Germany. And the way you're growing, in about two more years after that, you could be number 1. And I'm hoping for you. Number 1 for Scandinavia.
We look forward to that, but always, of course, we have to nip ourselves in the arms many times. And every mountain has a top. We have seen Forever Living did not reach the top yet.
Oh, never.
But of course, we think about what can we are aware of. You have some good advice for us, so we do not reach the top too fast.
Well, yeah, and I think slow, continuous, systematic growth is very important, and because it's important to help everybody. Everybody doesn't catch on to our marketing plan as fast as we might want them to. And so it's very important to train them, make sure they're plenty motivated, and everybody needs that pat on the back and motivation, sometimes every day, sometimes every week, maybe once a month. And if they do that, they'll catch the vision, and as they catch the vision, their business continues to explode. And the more people we bring into our family, the happier everybody is, the bigger the bonus checks. There's no end to the growth in Scandinavia.
Oh. Okay, my last question to you, as you probably will guess, now thousands of people are talking about you in Scandinavia, and we have our first profit sharing next year, and we just have a wish and hope to see you there. Will it be possible?
I have your Scandinavian rally on my calendar, and I plan on being there, so I'm looking forward to it very much, and the growth, and I hope you have new offices that I can go and visit, and I'm looking forward especially to meeting all your distributors, because I want to kiss all those beautiful Scandinavian girls and shake hands with the strongest guys on earth. Scandinavia, we love you. Congratulations and good luck. See you soon.
Thank you, Rex.
Okay. You're welcome.